Hello and welcome to Wednesday with Fiona. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. It's been one of those days. We've had some work done in the house and he had to come back at 9 o'clock this morning, and then he was here a lot longer than I was expecting. So I've got something that I made a little while ago, and so I'm going to share with you, and it is using the Designer Series paper, the Happy Forest Friends. This is part of a suite which also comes with dies and a stamp set, and the stamp set is Happier Than Happy, and you get animals and critters, and it's sort of a kids one, but I love it. I'm just going to get my board and show you all the products that you can get with it. So I'll pop it under here. This is my Happy Forest Friends board. So these are the Designer Series paper. So it's double-sided. And I'm going to be using some of that today. And we're using this one as well. So that's the front, the back, either. And it is, I just love it. It makes me happy, basically. This is the dies, just cut out with the dies. And these are stamped and then cut out. Sorry, that brown one should be over there. And then the coordinating colours, so you've got Calypso Coral, Blushing Bride, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Sahara Sand, Snow Saffron, Soft Suede and Smoky Slate. And they're not colours I normally use together, actually, and I think the Mossy Meadow and the Calypso Coral, which you can see here, I think they go really well together. There's also in the suite a double pack of ribbons, so it's Old Olive and Sahara Sand Twill, and I'm not sure I've got that on the card, so let's just get that out of the way. I'll show them to you. Here they are. So in fact, I'm just going to get rid of my face so you've got more of my hands, and I hope the sound is working okay. So as you can see, the Old Olive is slightly narrower than the Sahara Sand. Oh, I've used the Old Olive, so let's keep that out. And I haven't written the sizes down, but I can look those up and put them on the measurements for you. So I don't know whether you call this, I think it's a fun fold. And it involves a bit of scoring and a bit of cutting, and it was used by the amazing Rhonda Wade. She used it for one of her creative conventions as a nameplate and put people's names on there, and I just wanted to have a go at it, and I just love it so much. I've made so many cards with it now. I've just used the Brave Vikings because someone in the family's has just heard they've got cancer, so I've done You've Got This, you're brave and you're strong and brave, you've got this, with a Viking. So I put that one in the post today, and I just love it. So I'm going to show you where you need to do your scoring and cutting. So it might be a slightly longer video than normal, but as I said, I love it, and it is a fun fold basically, and this suite just makes me happy. So let's just pop him. I'm not sure if you can see him. Let's pop him there so you can see him. So I've already die cut the largest circle from the Stylish Shapes, and then this is from the layering circles. I've then cut the Old Olive and a bit of the Designer Series paper, so they will get layered onto there like that. I've got a couple of, oh, they're spare. I was thinking whether I might cut the owl out, but I don't think I'll bother. But I am going to cut the fox. I'm going to fussy cut the fox. I'm going to fussy cut the bear. These are smaller on the Designer Series paper on this particular sheet than the dies, so they have to be fussy cut. But for this style of card, the other bear probably is a little bit too big. Now, I have got a template of where the score lines and the folds need to go. So if it's something you like, if you leave me a comment on the post a comment on the video, and you would like it, I'd be more than happy to send you or email you the template. So, okay, first of all, I'm going to show you. I've got enough room today. I really need to sort my craft room out because I just haven't got enough room. I did make a note of the measurements, but I'm just going to bring it up on my iPad so that I don't make any mistakes. The biggest thing probably is the cutting and the scoring. The top bit, I scored it in the wrong place. So let me just get that up. And need, so the design series paper I'm going to use is the mushrooms, toadstools, whatever, and then the back is this. They're not even hearts, I don't know what they are really. So I just need the measurements for the 2 strips at the side and the 1 strip at the front, and then I just stamped straight onto the bottom of the card. You could do a label and put that on, but I mean, that was a birthday one. It depends what sentiment you want to have, really. So let me just get my measurements up. There we go, it's right at the top. And you will be able to get, got to write my blog later, and then it will be up there for you, the measurements. So I've cut my card already, and that is 28 centimetres long by 10.8, so it's just a fraction wider than our normal card base, and then I'm going to score it at 16.5. Whoops, I told you I really need to tidy my craft room up. I'm going to score it at 16.5 centimetres. So it's not half, because you're cutting your card and then it will kind of pop up, so to speak, so you all will become clear. So I'm just going to do my crease with my bone folder. Okay, I'm just going to cut my card, my designer series paper, and then I can get rid of my trimmer out of the way. So I need 2 pieces. So what did I do there with 2.5? No, hang on. I haven't cut it yet, so let's do it from the measurements, and then if I need to trim it, I need to trim it. 7/8. So the instructions that I've got are in Imperial, so it's 2.2 centimetres is the width. And then I should get my 2 bits out of that, and that's going to be 11. 11.1. In fact, I'll do it at 11. Okay, I've done it just slightly over 11 there because I want to get the top of my toadstool here. So let's go to 11 now. There we go. Right, so I've got my 2 side panels. And then my middle panel is going to be the other side of that, so the reverse of it. And I'm going to need that's not going to be, yeah, I'm gonna just trim this off to get a straight line. So that's, I could probably use that for something else. So I'm going to need 5.4. That's about right. By 11.2 again. Or is it like, no, 11.1. Okay, So I've got my middle bit there. Right, now I can get, oh no, I do need the trimmer. Okay, so this is going to be my card base. I'll just put my trimmer up a bit so you can see it. Maybe move the camera down a bit. Okay, so I scored it. So as you can see, it's not in half. And then on the longer bit, what I want to do is I'm going to use my scoring tool. So I'm going to go into 2.5. Bring my, oops, it's not straight. 2.5 and bring that down to 2.5. And the beauty about this, no, actually, I'm going to mark it first because otherwise I'm going to get, right. So that's 2.5 in, and I'm going to mark it at 2.5 if I can find the gap. No, let's use a ruler. 2.5, and the same on the other side, 2.5. Okay, and then what you need to do is you need to go in 2.5, and that's the beauty of this trimmer. So I can put my, hope you can see this, see if I can push it up a bit further. Okay, if I take that banner off, no, that's not going to make any difference. Okay, so 2.5. So I'm going across from the start, from the edge, sorry, to 2.5. And I'm just going to do that a couple of times. And then I'm going to turn it round and do exactly the same. So 2.5, and then go in to 2.5. And then I've got a couple of score lines. Don't know if you can see them. Okay, then I'm going to go up another 2.5. So that's going to need to be at 5. And do exactly the same thing. Score at up to 2.5 centimetres. And then turn it round. So that needs to be up. There we go, 2.5. And score it up to 2.5 again. There we go. Now on the top end, where's my template? Now, the easiest way I've found to do this is there's some cutting involved now, but you do still need to do some more scoring. But I'm 2.5 in because I'm going to cut from this score line up to my folded score line. So if I get my blade to 2.5, and that's the beauty of this trimmer, I can start it there, and I'm going to go up to this fold. Just a fraction more, and then I've got my cut line, and I'm going to turn it round and get 2.5 in, and this time I'm going to come down from my fold to my score line, which is here, just a fraction more. There we go. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to go down 2.5 from the top. It sounds really complicated, but actually when you do it, it's not. So I'm going to have my score line at 2.5. And this time I'm scoring the middle panel. So 2.5 in, and just go across like that. So what you then do is you're going to have the folds like that and like that, and then this is where your top bit is going to fold over. So let's get the trimmer out of the way. So if you're going to do this, then it's probably best to watch the video and kind of stop and start it. And then I'm just going to do my fold lines with my bone folder. So the hardest bit really, I would say, is doing your scoring. The cutting is relatively straightforward. It's really getting the score lines in the right place. And I've just got a couple of pencil marks there. Might not show under my DSP, but just get rid of them. There we go. And that's just make sure everything is nicely. There we go. And so there you've got your fun fold. So the next thing to do is just manage to unplug my phone. There we go. One of those days today. Right, so then I've got my 3 bits of designer series paper. That one's going to go in the middle. And these 2 are going to go down the side. Like that. Okay, so let's just pop those on. Let's do the middle one first. And I'm using my Stampin' Seal Plus. So it gives a nice strong bond. Just make sure I've got it the right way up. I just want to have a little white border kind of all the way around. Let me make sure that's straight. There we go. Okay, so that's my middle panel. And it doesn't matter too much if it's a bit crooked because you're going to be covering it up with your circles. So now I'm going to put my side pieces on. And it's a bit more difficult because you've got white paper on white card, so it's a bit difficult to see if it's straight or not. But okay, and then the same on the other side. Just trying to line it up with the other side. There we go. I just need to do my creases on the inside. Okay. So on this one, I stamped Happy Birthday right across the bottom. I'm not sure which stamp set that's from actually, but anyway. So you can basically put, you know, sentiment of your choice on the bottom, or you can do a label. Then I've got, as I said, I've got my largest oh, it's difficult to say that, stylish shapes circle, and I've already stuck down my designer series paper onto an old olive. So let's just do the same with the green, old olive onto the white, and then I'm going to use dimensionals to pop it up. And the dimensionals, you don't want them to go over the side. Let's pop it up a bit. So probably just, if I can keep my fingers there, just mark with a pencil. I don't want to go outside those lines with my dimensionals. I don't know if you can see that, just popped a couple of pencil lines there. So I'm just going to do a few dimensionals. Just put another one there. Whoops. That'll do. Okay. I meant to turn my grid paper over. I was using the Sending flowers, sentiments and bundle yesterday for a birthday card. It's beautiful, so I'll be doing some more of that with you. Okay, so I just want the top of the circle to kind of go up over that top part, sort of lining up there. And now what I need to do is just fussy cut. Oops, got a bit of glue stuck to me. Fussy cut my what is it, fox and my bear. I might be able to use that for something else. So cute, love him. Kind of reminds me of Winnie the Pooh a bit, actually. Maybe even Paddington. We just had the Platinum Jubilee celebrations this weekend just gone, and there was the most amazing video of the Queen with having tea, afternoon tea with Paddington Bear. Just absolutely amazing. I've watched it so many times, and I think loads of people have. It was such a surprise. So if you haven't seen it, just Google on YouTube for the Queen and Paddington Bear and it'll come up. It's only a few minutes long, but it's just lovely. So yeah, I think actually probably more a bit like Paddington than Winnie the Pooh, but I love bears however. Okay. So as you can see, I'm moving the paper rather than moving my scissors. And I'm not going to do too much detail because it's just paper and I don't want to cut it inadvertently. Okay, so I've just got a little bit of a white border. And one thing you can do, which just makes images pop in your white border, is just go around with either a Paul Party or Balmy Blue light, either a blend or a Stampin' Right marker, or if you don't have those, just a pale blue. I'll show you in a second. I'll just cut the fox out, but it just makes them pop. And then I'm going to layer those. So he's going to go on there. I'm just going to check I've got room for the fox. Yes, he'll have room there. So exactly the same thing. I'm leaving a little white border. Just get rid of the excess. And there we go. Get rid of the excess, and then I can do the fiddly bits. And again, I'm moving the paper rather than the scissors. So this is Calypso Coral, the fox. As I said, it's not a colour I really use very much, Calypso Coral, but I do think with the Old Olive it's a really nice combination. Okay. Nearly there. And I'm just going to go in between these legs. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop my fox and my bear on with dimensionals. Probably need the little dimensionals for the fox. So is he going to be sticking off the end? No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that the dimensionals wouldn't be, you know, sticking to the wrong thing, but that's okay. Let's just pop him on the edge of the green. And then my bear. Get some bigger ones. And I'm not going to stamp my sentiment because I don't know what I'm going to use it for. So he's just going to go on the edge like that. Right, now let me show you. So let's get my pale pool party. And I'm going to use the narrow end. I should have done this before I stuck him down really, but I'm just going to go around the white bit. And when it dries, you really will hardly even be able to see it. I don't know if you can, can't even see that now really. But it just makes him pop a bit. Try not to get it on the designer series paper underneath. Just a fraction there, but it just make it pop. Okay, so that is my fancy fold, and as I said, this one I stamped the happy birthday right across the bottom. I'll have to find out which stamp set that is, and I'll pop it on the with the instructions and the measurements. And there's the one that we've made today. But I'll keep the sentiment blank for the time being. Oh, I just need to do my ribbon. Okay, so it's the old olive twill ribbon, and whoops, it fits into a regular envelope because it'll fold down. I'll show you. I'm starting my hand therapy next week, so I'm really hoping it's gonna help with my hands. Okay. So that is the old olive that's part of the duo pack, and I'm just going to pop that on with a glue dot. And there you go. I hope you like it. As I said, I absolutely love this style of card, and I just find it great, and I can't stop making it. Right, let me get an envelope and show you. So as you can see, it just folds flat, and it will go in the envelope no problem. And then there's obviously space on the back. Now you could cut a label and put that on the back, but from my point of view, I'm just going to write on the back. So there we go. I hope you like those. Thank you for joining me, and I will be back on Friday. Take care. Bye bye.